Welcome back to An Old Man in a Frying Pan. Today we're going to do one of those one-pot dishes, and I absolutely love this dish, and it's just stuffed peppers. To start this dish off, I'm going to cook 3/4 of a cup of long grain parboiled rice. And I'm going to cook it in boiling water for about 8 minutes. And it's important to only go that long. You want it al dente, and if you don't, because the rice will help absorb the juices and so on that come out of the meat when you're cooking the peppers. Now, one of the important things to do to rice when you are going to use it is you've got to rinse it well. So I'm going to put it in a strainer and rinse it and get it ready to go into the water. I cooked the rice for 8 minutes and took it off and rinsed it in cold water and sat it in cold water for about a minute and then drained it, and now I'm letting it finish draining in the pot. In the meantime, I cleaned out 3 peppers, and I'm gonna clean 1 more, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, I've got a green pepper here, and what I do is I just cut the top off. And then I take a spoon, and the spoon's important. It's a good tool to use here. You just go where the ribs are, where it's holding on, and just like this, and cut into it. It makes it easier. And then pull it out, and then you go down the sides here and clean it out some more. You can see I'm cleaning it out as we go, and then dumping that out. So it's that simple. Really, it's not a hard process at all. Okay, so that's good. And then I want to take a look at this. I got to get this out. So I want to see if this is going to come out easy or not. Nope. So then what I do with that is I just cut along like so. Just cut following the top piece. So there's like an edge right there, and I just follow along, and it should just about pull out, and it's going to. There it goes. So it's ready to go. So all my peppers are done, ready to go. So now there's the last stages of this is coming up. So I've got my mix here of onion. So what I did is I took one onion and processed it in my food processor, along with 1 carrot and 1 celery. So, and I think I like doing that because I'm adding vegetables to my dish. And as you know, kids don't like vegetables. And not all kids, but a lot of kids squawk at them. But it's one way of getting more vegetables into your food for your kids. Added the meat to my mixture, and it's ground beef. It's 1 pound, and I've added the rice to it. Now, I left a little bit of rice out, probably a good handful, until once I mix it, I'll know whether to use all of it or not. So I'm careful about that. So I'm mixing it up by hand, and it's looking good. So the next stage is a big piece of onion, but I'm going to take that out. And then the next stage of this will be to add the spicing. Okay, I've added 1 tablespoon and 1/2 of a tablespoon of my spice mixture, which has a number of spices in it. I did mention it the last episode I did, what that mixture is, and I'll do it again. I'll put it in the comments so people want to know. So good, it's all mixed up, it's ready to go, it's got its spicing, so all I got to do is start stuffing the peppers. I'm going to start stuffing, and I've got my cast iron pot out, which I'm going to put them in. There we go. So I'll just keep going. I'll do another one. There we go. So I'll just finish these off. Now I happen to have some homemade sauce sitting ready to go. So I like to add tomato sauce on top, like so. Then I add the tomato sauce into the actual pot. And I'm gonna add some water. About half a cup. There we go. So that's ready to go. It's ready to go into the oven. What I'm gonna do is I'll heat it up on the stove, and once it comes to a boil, I'll put it in a preheated 325-degree oven and leave it in for an hour and check it. And if I want it to go, it could take another half an hour. But it depends on the size of the peppers and how well you want them done. I like them cooked for about an hour and a half. It seems to be about the right temperature or the right doneness for me. For you, it might be an hour because you may like your peppers less cooked. So let's we'll see what the result is. I've got the stuffed peppers on the stove with the sauce surrounding it in water. And I'm gonna let them cook for about 15 minutes or so on the stove until they're boiled. Then I'll stick them in a 325-degree oven and let them finish in there for about an hour and a half. And I think I'll check them after about an hour just to see how well done they are. But generally, hour and a half, they should be well cooked and done and ready to go. I just checked it and I took it off the stove and into the oven it's gone at 325, and I'm gonna cook it for an hour, as I said, and I'll check it. Just remember, you can use a can of tomatoes on this. You don't have to use a special sauce of any sort. If you use a can of tomatoes, just remember to add a bit of extra salt to it because it doesn't have, this already had spicing in the sauce, so I didn't have to add extra salt or anything like that to it. Just remember, an old man in a frying pan. It's easy to do and you'll enjoy it. Cooking for yourself instead of going out and spending a ton of money on food that's pre-cooked or prepaid or someone's done for you. Get out and cook. Peppers after an hour in the oven, and you can see that they're still quite firm, but they're a little bit soft, but they're cooked right through. I checked the temperature and I got a reading of 190, so I know it's cooked. I'm gonna leave it like that. It's ready to go. I got myself 4 of them, and that's a nice 4 dinners. So from an old man in a frying pan, enjoy.